If your favorite fish is the humble rock bass, then you tend to appreciate the underappreciated. You always root for the underdog. You like how aggressive these little fish are, and you also like the large diversity of ways you can go about catching a rock bass. Many of you also claim that they taste better than bluegill, which is questionable. You like a challenge. You hear that these fish are called the fish of 10,000 casts. Instead of deterring you, it only made you want to catch one even more badly. You guys are determined, dedicated, and truly respectable. You're more aggressive than brown or rainbow trout fishermen. Not to say you are aggressive, but compared to the other trout fishers, you tend to be less relaxed when fishing and really hone in. You like how much stronger these trout are, and you really like how they look too. You truly fish for sport. Most striper fishermen simply love the battle that a striper provides. Many of you also don't even eat them, simply catching them for fun and letting them go. You love when they come down to spawn and almost exclusively go for them at these points of the year. However, I can't blame you, as it looks incredibly fun. You don't care that these guys look really pretty. You don't care that they play an important part in the ecosystem. You just love the taste of them and want to eat them. I'd say you need to learn to catch a real sport fish. You most likely also really like ice fishing. But seriously, go out there and go for some sport. You like catfishing a lot, which consists of just sitting around and waiting for a bite. Although once that fish hits, you go WWE mode on that fish. Seriously, I once saw a guy fishing for channels set the hook so hard that he fell over backwards. You're also probably a fat redneck. You're the hip and cool bluegill fisherman. Pretty much everything that was said about the bluegill in the previous video applies to you, although you're most likely a bit younger. You like catfishing, but you like to use live bait. Sure, using catfish bait like hot dogs or chicken liver is fun and all, but you'd rather go after a more predatory catfish species with a live panfish, something like a perch, sunfish, or even a rockbass. You often just fish for them for sport, and you are a very patient person. It doesn't matter too much what species of gar you prefer to catch. You all are pretty similar. You love the ancient look that these guys have, and you really respect your fish. Unlike some fishermen, you aren't annoyed by them, but truly love them. Seriously, gar people will talk about gar any chance that they can. Also, I just want to take this time to say some people will catch and kill gar, either leaving them on the banks to die or obstructing their mouths so that they starve. Anyone that does this needs to seriously reconsider their pathetic lives since you're torturing animals. Finally, we have walleye. Walleye fishermen are not sport fishermen and are kind of weird. Yes, some of the larger walleye do have good fights, but my understanding is that majority of walleye aren't a great fight. You just want to eat whatever you catch, and walleye happen to be extremely delicious. And that was the second part of what your favorite game fish says about you. I'm really glad you guys enjoyed the first episode of this new little series. Being honest, I wasn't sure if anyone would have liked it, so I'm really glad you did. These videos are a nice little change of pace in my opinion. Anyways, be sure to suggest what other species you'd like to see in a future part, and I'll see all of you in the next video. Take care.